Welcome back to another episode of Markets and Matchups.
We'll start off with a wrap of the markets as always, and then jump into the footy side of things.
And you might be wondering, this week we don't have Scarlett.
No, just us, unfortunately.
Yeah, so lucky you guys, two Wales fans. So that'll be a topic of discussion, I'm sure.
Always.
Let's get into it. So, Chris, it's been another big week for the markets. What are the main themes you've been seeing?
So the big driver in the States has been earnings reportings. So we've seen tech do quite well to start with NVIDIA reporting again record numbers. So that's been a big driver. Still got bond yields and optimism around central banks and what's going to happen with rate cuts there. But again, they're still focused around the oil markets and how that's driving headlines too. So a few things I'd say earnings reporting and again the oil markets.
So Chris, let's bring it back home. How did the Australian market perform over the week?
It's a little bit disappointing actually. I think the ASX 200 was down about 2% overall in the week, especially when you got equities in the States at all-time highs. You kind of expect it to sort of follow suit. But so I was a bit down, I think probably due to commodity prices weakening a little bit. That's why our resource sector probably didn't do too well. We're probably looking towards what inflation numbers are going to look like and then potential rate cuts. So that'll probably be next for the ASX and what's going to drive that, I reckon.
Yeah. All right, Chris, let's spend a bit of time on commodities. How did they perform over the week?
To touch on commodities, we had gold settled back up at about 4,600 now. Yeah. Silver's sort of, tracked gold, and then we've got iron ore, which is actually holding up about 107. And then oil is probably the biggest fluctuator, I suppose, at about $100 a barrel right now. So those are probably the main things to sort of keep an eye on for the short term at least. Yeah. Oil obviously being the big one. So see how that sort of drives things. And
definitely hinging on the back of, the Iranian, the war in Iran and so on. So
yeah, exactly. And it's going to flow into our resource stocks here. So yeah, it's a big play.
Yeah. Finally, what should investors look for on the week ahead?
Yeah, I think the main thing again will be US earnings. That's probably the biggest driver. We've obviously got the Iran-US conflict and oil prices and oil markets and see how that sort of affects things. But the biggest driver will be US earnings, I reckon, and see how that sort of carries on into the Australian market too.
Yeah, it's definitely, you've touched on the reporting season for a lot of these bigger players. So keen to see how they perform.
Yeah. So no Scarlett means we've got permission to talk about whatever we want, really. Yeah.
So
being
the Warriors. Yeah, exciting.
No Ben with the chat this week.
Good game, wasn't it?
Good game, good win. We'll take it. Dolphins, which is actually I said last week is their dark horse, but it was actually a cracker game.
Yeah.
Who's your standout?
Tanner Boyd, as usual.
Again.
He's just,
Man crush.
Yeah, I guess so. He's just a lead player. He's always pulling the players. What about you?
Man, there's a few. Aaron Clark, he stood out for me. Look, Alasima, he's always pretty outstanding. But those are probably my two. Quickly on other games, Tigers Raiders. How's that game? You went, didn't you?
Well, actually, sad news. Couldn't get a ticket. Sold out. So,
oh my gosh.
Yeah. I think I got jinxed from when I said it last week. But
yeah.
Oh well.
Yeah. Shame. Well, they won.
It looked insane. The atmosphere.
Yeah.
Have you ever been like that?
No, never.
No.
Never. Have you?
No, not yet. I'll go at some point.
Get Robbie to sponsor us some tickets, maybe.
Yeah. So Robbie, if you're watching,
thanks, Robbie. Cowboys Sharks. That's a huge scoreline. 46-34, Cowboys.
We're seeing a lot of high-scoring games actually this season.
Roosters Dragons 62.
Yeah,
and then
62 from the.
And then the Bunnies put 48 on Storm.
Yeah, actually, hang on, you're missing the Panthers as well. Knights
44-12. Yeah.
Because it was hat trick, I think, from Dylan Edwards. So he's playing well. So anyway, let's move on to next week. Which games are you looking forward to?
Obviously, Warriors Eagles here. Yeah. And you got a ticket for this game too?
Yeah, well, I guess we'll see. Watch this space.
You're going to try and get a ticket?
Yeah, I'll try and get one if it doesn't sell out. So, Combank Stadium, actually, one of my favourites.
Have you been there?
I have been there.
Oh, yeah. Good?
Great stadium.
Yeah, it looks cracker.
Yeah.
And outside of that, Knights Bunnies.
Knights Bunnies.
That's what I'm looking forward to.
That'll be a good one, actually.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to Roosters Bronx.
Yeah.
I'd say Bronx need to pull the result, actually. I think.
Who are you going to back?
Well, Roosters on the back of they scored 62 points last week. So,
Yeah. True.
Well, that's it for another week of Markets and Matchups.
Thanks for joining us, guys. We'll see you next week, and hopefully Scarlett will be back running the show.
Yeah. Cheers.
Thanks.